What's up, chat? Man, I wanted to start this video off. This video is gonna be oh wow, what the fuck? What's happening to the DPI? What the fuck? I don't know. It's better. Okay. First off, chat, we're gonna be talking about drugs. So let's just let's start by saying I found this thing called Free Spirit, and it's just a botanical beverage, is what they call it. It has no intoxicants explicitly, but it has things like valerian roots and hops, I think. I forgot what the other ingredient was, but it was I tried their Nightcat variant, and I honestly got closer to natural sleep than I have probably in literally years. And I was hella vibing. I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed that drink. That was awesome. So to start this video, but before round 3 starts, I'm going to take a second shot of the second variant I bought earlier. I bought it probably like half hour ago. I brought the social variant this time to see, you know, it's supposed to replicate like a light buzz from alcohol, kind of. So we're gonna find out if that's any amount of true. So far, I'm gonna say it is because I'm already feeling a little good. Here, we gotta fucking do this quickly. This shit is ass too, by the way. Like it's earthy flavor, and honestly, for an earthy flavor, it's not that garbage. But I just don't like earthy flavor, so to me, it's garbage. And I'm just doing straight shots. I'm not doing any mixers. I'm gonna take a shot of fucking a margarita mix. Here, chat. Shit. Here we go. Yeah, shit's ass. Where's my Mari? Ugh. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. Now, what drugs? What do I mean by talking about drugs? Well, I want to propose a different view of drugs as an entire category, right? Because currently, it's kind of crazy, because we simultaneously don't view alcohol as a drug, collectively. I'm talking like the country, and I'm speaking as an American, of course. But we collectively don't really view alcohol as a drug. Because, I mean, there are states where you can literally get, like, multiple DUIs before they just take your license. And so, you can drive drunk, and that's totally chill. That's not that big a deal in some places. It's fucking good. But, it is a big deal if you were to say you drive high, you know, something like that. Oh, you're getting popped instantly, and they're like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" But and you know, of course, they look down upon drinking and driving too, but it's just not as punished, you know, and it's particularly drug use, period, because any kind of drug. Oh, the first time this box hasn't fucked me on this map. Oh, that's beautiful. And it's, oh yeah. Oh yes, PPSH. Oh, thank you. Where was I? I got so distracted by the golden PPSH. Oh, so beautiful. Right, yeah, we don't view alcohol as a drug, and we restrict other intoxicants for the fun of it, I guess? I don't know. Doesn't make much sense to me, because I don't know how you can have alcohol legalized while having cannabis federally illegal. If you just look at, like, the social consequences of that, it's stupid. It makes absolutely no sense as to why one would be legal while the other is not. Either both should be illegal, or neither should be illegal, is my point. They should be consistent about their views on drugs. And because I've literally heard people, while they're drinking, say, like, "No, I don't do drugs." And then they'll talk shit about drug users. But come on, you're literally drinking. You're doing drugs. You're in fact doing a pretty pharmaceutically inelegant drug, because it destroys literally every system in your body over time. So hello, who are you? Who are you to judge anyone? First of all, what, did we nuke my HDMI? Okay, there we go. Yeah, my screen just goes black for some reason, just randomly. It's like my screen needs to fucking blink. It's fucked. I think it's my cord, because if I even tap my cord with my foot, it's over. I'm blinking. But oh, you know, I'm fucking with that drink. I'm feeling pretty social. Pretty good. So how do we simultaneously hold this view of alcohol as being okay, Yet anybody, you know, you get high and it's like you're getting fired. Like, what? 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 What are we doing? I request consistency. I request that, first of all, drug use should not be made illegal, flatly. And that might sound crazy to you at first, but let me explain my reasoning. And that would be, when you criminalize drug use, you're not actually you might slightly reduce the amount of total users, but what you're doing is you're making every other remaining user incredibly unsafe, because that means they have no kind of FDA regulation, they have no kind of anything. And in fact, most of the time, like today, I mean, today you try to go buy a little bit of some, you know, some nose beers, and you are probably getting some Fenty. You're probably not getting what you intended. And that is bad. That's bad, right? People are going to use drugs, period. Like, you're not going to stop them. They will fucking make moonshine in their bathtubs before they stay sober for an entire year. So, you're not going to successfully eliminate drug use, period. That's never going to happen. So we need to, instead of punishing drug use as like some kind of criminal act, we need to view it more as almost like a mental illness status more than anything. Because then we could get these people into actual treatment, and then we could help them. Because, right, and these drugs, like, they ruin lives. Easily, right? And imagine this. You take a hit of H, and that's it. That's permanently the best moment of your life forever. That sounds horrible. And no wonder they get dependent on it. No fucking wonder. Any kind of opioid or benzo or I think it's scary that it's out in the public so easily. Like Xanax, that's a really not good one to be abusing. And I've heard worse horror stories on Xanax than I have on like anything else. Like the Xans, like Goblin, one of the drug tubers I watch, he's spoken on his extensive past of drug use and a wide variety. I mean, this guy's done a whole bunch of stuff. But he's honest about it. And the only thing that still haunts him to this day is the bars. The bars are like, oh, you know what would fix all my problems right now is Xanny. And I mean, when it just makes you like float through life, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, you can't blame these people. You can't be like, oh, you're a bad person for getting addicted to that. Like, it's not their fault. And even initially, when people get into using drugs, it's not typically for like a positive reason. It's typically some kind of escapism or something like that. So to even be judging them to begin with is probably the wrong course of action. You should probably just try to, you know, talk to them about it. But there's absolutely no reason to be treating them as harshly as we do. And, like, the fact that there's a single person in prison for selling marijuana is crazy. That is crazy. Especially considering it's legal now, like, pretty much everywhere. You can get some form of either CBD or THC. Whether that be through, like, medical programs or what, you know. Pain management is an interesting thing, and cannabinoids have a lot of promise, and especially in like Parkinson's treatment. I saw a guy on Parkinson's hit a blunt, and he immediately smoothed out. His tremors were gone. It was genuinely incredible, and it's like, we're gonna ignore this potential, and for what? For what? And well, and really, let me give you a brief history of the war on drugs, right? Here, you know what? Actually, I didn't even think about this when I started this video, but there is an incredible quote that shows Nixon administration. Yeah, the John Ehrlichman quote. Here it is. From Business Insider. Here, I'll show this to you. Here's the quote. There it is. The Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies: the anti-war left and black people. Do you understand what I'm saying? We knew we couldn't make it illegal to be either against the war or black by getting the hippies, or by getting the public to associate hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily. We could disrupt those communities. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did. Right? So the entire war on drugs to begin with was just a farce to harass black people. And that is from the horse's mouth. That is from the one of the top advisors of the Nixon administration. John Ehrlichman is his name. So it's rooted in evil. It produces bad outcomes, and it punishes good people. So frankly, I think we need just a overhaul of the way we view drugs culturally, because we could definitely be doing better than this. And if we genuinely, if we like decriminalize these drugs, got people into treatment, or created things like ketamine therapy or psilocybin therapies that have been told to work on things like complex PTSD and major depressive disorder and actually show improvement that no other drug has, it's incredible. But we refuse to even touch these drugs because they're listed on the Controlled Substance Act. We refuse to do any kind of medical research with them, despite infinite possibility. So we need to stop. What I'm asking us is to stop handicapping ourselves, right? And to stop making things worse for no reason. Because all we need to do is to just deschedule these. Okay, well, hold on. Oh, wow, hold on. I don't have a like fix for everything. I just think we should not be so hard on drug users, and we should probably legalize it and get it regulated so people don't keep dying or fentfolding in the street all the time. I'm just trying to take a more humanitarian approach to this drug use problem, right? That's all I'm looking for here. But let me know what you think, and leave your opinions down in the comments on whether I'm crazy or not. I would appreciate any kind of feedback. Thank you.